Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. Is Thomas responsible for Emma's death? Now, one, let me see if this is working. It says I'm on. Okay, good. Yes, but that's the question. Now, when I sit there and say responsible for Emma's death, right, I don't mean that he bumped her car off the road. But today he did, he told Hope that he was chasing her, right? He erased the footage because he felt like it was going to look bad. It's not so much that it's going to look bad. It's going to look exactly what it was. It's going to look like he was chasing her down during a very dangerous highway. Okay, a highway where he even says, listen, one wrong move and you're practically off a cliff, right? And this is where we start to sit there and see civil suits and things of that nature. And when people sit there and tell me that he didn't kill her, it's like, well, what do you mean he didn't kill her? You don't think chasing somebody off a cliff is responsible? I mean, he chased after her. Let's not sit there and try to act like that wasn't the case. Now let's do a quick roll call. I see one person so far. Um, Black Mars in the chat, Spiderquakes in the chat was good. Jonathan's in the chat. Was good. Exactly. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining, everyone. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. What do you agree and disagree with me about, Spiderquake? The gorgeous, beautiful Alice is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Juwan's in the chat. How you doing tonight? He chased her. He didn't run her off the road. So, okay, this is where we got to use this analogy again. If somebody's not there chasing your cousin into the streets, and that person and your cousin gets hit by a car, you don't think that they're responsible? I mean, no, let's go there. Johnson says, "Do you think Hope is done with Thomas now?" Nope, no, I do not. I was tell you, I think she's so busy trying to get her rocks off that eventually she's just gonna just let it go and be like, "He's a changed man." Alice says everyone was doing okay, and the crazy weather hitting nearly every state tonight. Really? Firecrux is not saying that woman is right because she isn't, but she's someone who has her own opinion. People are way too soft nowadays. Well, hmm, I'm glad to hear that, Black Man. Duan says somebody hit my. I'm using that as an analogy, Duan. So, if okay, let's just say me for instance, if I chase someone with a baseball bat, like I'm gonna sit there and come at them, and they ran into the street and got hit by a car, you tell me I'm not responsible? And Rihanna's in the chat. How you doing tonight? I I don't know. I do understand what you're saying to some extent, Spiderquake. I guess for me it's a little hard. Um Queen Becky Diaz. I mean Queen Becky Diaz in the chat. How you doing tonight? Johnson says, do you think Finn and Xander will try to have Thomas prosecuted when they? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Absolutely, Jonathan. Especially Xander. Oh, how did he yes? But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Spiderquake. It's not so much about being soft, right? Because what she said, it's like the equivalent of Smith is calling a black person the N word, except you're attacking somebody's sexuality. So it's not so much, and what's good cherry ice cream? It's not so much. Dewan says, "Well, accidents do happen." Oh, okay. Johnson says Liam will have the "I told you so" attitude. Yes. And what's good cherry ice cream? Spider Quick says, like, I know that woman was wrong for what she said, but at the end of the day, it's her opinion. She shouldn't be blasted for how she feels. And what's good, Kaiwan? I agree with you, but I agree to some extent, but I also disagree though too. Okay, because again, that's like somebody having a channel and calling black people the N word. That's not okay, right? I think if somebody was sitting there saying racial slurs, people would sit there and come at them, and I would understand that. So that has to be the same energy when it comes towards um, a homophobic slur like that. It's like, yeah, she has a right to her opinions, but the thing is, we have a right to respond to those opinions, good or bad. Johnson says, "What if Thomas voluntarily decides to turn himself in?" Well, that'll be a I don't see that happening. Oh no, Allison, it was good, Ronnie Ron. Allison, I did a video about a creator that was saying some pretty homophobic things and trying to use her religion as a reason to attack the LGBT community. What's good, Darby? Unless she's attacking people that understand all the hate she's getting. If she expresses how she feels, I don't blame her. Okay, well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. What the? We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that because why is this still highlighted? It was good, Darby, because just like she has a right to her opinion, we have a right to our opinions as well. Oh, I mean, oh, of course I'll listen, but my whole thing is like I felt the need to sit there and say something about it, you know? And I didn't like the fact that she tried to use her religion as a reason, um, as some sort of excuse. But MA, what's good with you also? How you doing tonight? And what's good, MA? I kind of feel like she does. That's why I said I gotta agree to disagree with you on that, Spider Quake. Ariana says, "Are you ready?" Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying, but and it's fine. Like I said, oh, you did? Okay. I mean, MA, at the end of the day, I don't really have any sort of hate towards them or anything like that. Oh, I didn't know they were both in prison. I knew Red was in prison, but well, I knew Red was in jail. I didn't know that Dirty was actually in jail. So I'm gonna check that out. But thank you for letting me know, MA. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video. Ron said, I knew that Lucas was going to change his. Well, yeah, everyone. I don't know. Days kind of annoyed me today a little bit because it was just too long. Kaiwan says, I think they're planning to kill off Dex or making. Well, he's definitely not going to be sleeping with Nina, but I can see the killing off part though. And they say, yeah, there's an article online. All right, I'm going to check it out. Thank you. I will check it out after the stream and I might make another video about it. So thank you for letting me know. A, I'm going to just call you AJ. What's good? What? Well, you know what, MA, I'm actually not surprised. I mean, half of their videos, they're Smith assaulting someone, so, ooh, that's interesting. Well, thank you for letting me know. Johnson says that's why Eric does videos on his other channel calling out creators who often attack the LGBT community. Those have the right their opinions, but he also has the right to, exactly, that's exactly what Smith is saying, Jonathan. That's exactly how I feel. That's why I did the video about what you call it. I can't even remember her damn name now. I may say that I think their real name is Roland. If you Google his name, you can see both. What else my damn pen at? Sorry, chat. I just want to sit there and write this last name down. All right, thank you. I will definitely look it up tonight. Ron says they should kill Nina off since she gets more uses by the day. I I completely disagree. I completely disagree with that. Duan May AJ says my house chose a poor way of content. I mean, yes, they yeah, yeah, they did. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it wasn't funny, but you're filming yourself doing crime, so how long could that path really last? Johnson says, how do you think the Sunny trial will pan out? I didn't even know it was actually going to be a trial. Damn good question, though. I don't even know. I didn't even know actually was going to be a trial. So that should be interesting. Carver says to make Johnson become a psychotherapist so you could be, and then, okay, that is, Ron says it really gets like, why is Nina here? Nina's there to sit there and cause trouble and chaos, and she's doing exactly that. Um, Nina is definitely needed. Hell, honestly, to tell you the truth, Nina can almost be argued to be more um needed than Dex to some extent. If we're gonna be honest. Johnson says I don't want to see Nina get killed off. Exactly, that's the same thing. Ron, actually, it was good today. It was actually good today, Ron. Darby says, Albert, did you ever go to that guy's chat? He was so rude trying to verbally rush you to go to his chat. Yeah, that's the thing, Darby. Yeah, he doesn't have social cues. That's the thing, Darby. He doesn't have social cues. And I have a lot of patience, but he was going to get to, and I did go on his live chat for like under 5 minutes. Oh, it's probably quick. Shari, the guy who I kept calling Cheyenne. Okay, no, I'll take a look at it tonight. Thank you, MA. I'll definitely take a look at it tonight. So I got his last name, and I appreciate that. But yeah, he lacks social cues. You're gonna give him the block. Um, Not really. I mean, I don't think he wasn't like He wasn't disrespectful. He just lacks social cues. I think it's one of those things where it's like if I tell him and he keeps doing it, then I'll block him. You know, it's one of those if he keeps doing it, then I'll sit there and block him. But I did go on his live stream and I saw Danny Bear, and my goodness, she seemed like she was uncomfortable. And I said this in my live stream already, so I don't really care. What's good, Justin? Zoe is the reason Emma's dead. Really? Why is Zoe the reason Emma dead? Ron says I saw the promos next week look like Brady and Teresa are too close for comfort and past time. Yeah, I saw that too. Quite quick says I'm never calling Kelly's Bobby's. Oh, okay. What's good, Big Nate? Ron says I was never against Nina. I just don't see the need for Nina. Okay. Well, they're okay. Nate. I think the only one that actually was not really that great was he was jealous of her. Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate a little bit more than she was just simply jealous of her. But yeah, Nate, the only one that actually was not really that great was Days of Our Lives. Okay. Yeah, now I knew his first name, but I'm just gonna write it down anyway. So I will, yeah, MA, I will sit there and check it out tonight. And if I have some time tomorrow, I'll sit there and do a follow-up video. Fly Quick says, "Oh, Sonny is back and not effing around. If this was Jason," I said the same thing, Spider Quake. I said the same thing. I was like, Dex, you I don't know if you're ready for this life. Johnson says, I think B&B was the only soap today that gave us more of a cliffhanger. See, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. And I actually liked YNR today, but it wasn't really a good cliffhanger though. Okay. So let me get this straight, Duan. You're my guy and everything like that, but so Zoe's responsible because she knew the truth and convinced Daniel to keep quiet. But Tom is chasing after Emma on a very dangerous road to the point where she ran into a ditch. It's not Thomas's fault. I just okay. All right. But yeah, Jonathan, I agree with that. And it's very quick. I said the same thing. You know, Dex Smith, they're trying to come up with all these different excuses. Are I didn't say she was responsible. No, I'm just trying to get your sense, your train of thought. That's all. Allison said also at the end with Nicholas showing up at Spencer house. Spencer just love it. I first of all, I forgot that it was Friday. Let me tell you something. I've been off all week. I forgot that garbage day was yesterday. Like being off of work has totally thrown me like off kilter in so many ways. I've been waking up later. I've been staying up later, being really irresponsible. I wanted to get a haircut today. That didn't happen. So John says I did wonder what they said to each other. Duran, the only part that really was not interesting was the Eric and RJ and Luna scene. That's the only thing I really didn't care about. Becky D says, yes, a good old fashioned Friday cliffhanger. Yeah, we definitely need those. Johnson says pretty soon everyone will find out what Thomas did, but if he does end up turning himself in, it will prove that he's changed. Yes, in a perfect, well, in a way that would make sense. Yes. Well, quick says I've been Monday, Nick and Spencer met, and soon Laura gonna go into rage mode on Ava. They're together Monday too. I don't really understand why Laura Smith is riding so hard for Esme, given what Esme did to Cam and Josh. It's like, did she forget that those are her grandchildren, and Esme screwed both of them over? Or did that just go out her window? Did that just go out the window? Ron says, I'm just not into the rest of repeat because it's stupid. I know, I know, Ron. You need your Sheila fix. Ron says RJ is never interesting. RJ is like, no, 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 no. Well, I'm gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna disagree with that because she, as infuriating as she is, oh, she's not. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jonathan. I was wondering about that too. I could have swore I might have said that in the review. Damn, Jonathan, I could have used you. Well, I kind of made an ass out of myself, but thank you for letting me know. Well, Esme did screw over Cam, and apparently, I guess, wait, is Cam? Cam is also not. Ooh, Cam is also not her. Is not Laura's grandson, right? Thank you, Jonathan. But is Cam? Yeah, I know, Allison. Cam, who got used like a damn toilet seat. I can't forget that. Oh, Allison says Cam is her grandson. Okay. And Darby says Cam is not her grandson. I'm not gonna have to sit there and look up this show on Wikipedia. Becky D said Cam is Laura's grandson. Okay, thank you, Becky D. I'm just saying, because, like, just want to make sure. Now Johnson said biologically Cam isn't Laura's grandson, but he was adopted by Lucky, so that respect. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh. Well, the point is, I know that she loves him like a grandson, and she just kind of forgot about that. Like, Ron says, Albert, you're so right about Stephanie talking ish about she's done with men, but look how she always. Ron Everett, the chick is desperate and lonely. I wouldn't sit there and say desperate and lonely. I wouldn't sit there and say desperate and lonely. What the? I wouldn't sit there and say desperate and lonely, but like I said, when some people get hurt, they want to sit there and say, I'm swearing. Well, I don't think most men don't generally tend to sit there and say, I'm swearing off women. Most men don't do that, but a lot of women do that. Not all. Anyone gets it twisted, but hashtag deadbeat lucky, Darby says. Allison was kind of hoping Nick showed up at Esme's court appearance, but yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. My dude is on a run from the law, and that ain't happening. Allison says also Sonny's pissed off. I'm pissed off. Sonny is the best kind of Sonny, like old school Sonny, right? You understand that just knew Cameron would usually call Laura grandmother. Yeah, apparently Laura forgot about that, being trying to rep Esme so hard, pleading with Ava. Which, by the way, for the Ava fans, I'm about to piss y'all off right now, and I can't even sit there and apologize because I wouldn't mean it. Ava got a lot of nerves when they're talking about, she needs to pay for her crimes and everything like that because it's like, oh, you switch Morgan's pills and you never really pay for that. And because of that, Morgan died as a result of what you did. Thank you, Becky D. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison. Everyone gets to smoke. No exceptions, not even my Sonny. Valerie. Funny when Dex asked Sonny about needing a protector, and he was like, "Who?" Thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit the like button because we got 35 people in the chat, and it does also have new people show up, which is actually pretty cool. Where are we with the likes? Oof. So we Jesus Christ. We got 16 likes. We got 35 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button. Cat lady. Everyone, my birthday weekend is finally here. Happy birthday. Cat lady, when is your birthday? If you don't mind me asking, when is your birthday? Oh, of course. Cat lady, when's your birthday though? Johnson says, hopefully when Jason returns, you'll be able to help Sunny with the Sire situation. Exactly, John, because clearly Dex is not up to the task. Dex, they come with a bunch of different excuses. Double C's in the chat. What's good? Duan says she didn't kill him. She actually was trying to protect Kiki from Morgan. She believed he was dangerous and crazy. So, switching his pills, him not taking the medication that he needed to take, him being in a manic, him being in a manic state, as a result, stole a car that he wouldn't normally stole. You telling me that wasn't a result of Ava's doing? That lady says, Our Ava did pay for the Morgan pills, her daughter's death. I don't care about justice with the cops. Just, it's Monday. Okay. Well, she didn't pay in a legal sense, but it's Monday. All right. Thank you. Dory says, Ava is dangerous. I'm like, the stuff that she did led to his death. And yeah, her daughter got killed. And so she paid in that way, right? But as far as legally is concerned, Cynthia saying Esme needs to pay for a crime. Just like, come on, seriously? Laura B's in the chat. Johnson says, do you think Jason will find out Deck's original intentions? I think if anyone does, it's going to be him, Jonathan. If he comes back, I feel like that might be the story. Ron says, so Albert, how much will Patch feel about Stephanie and Everett seeing each other? He's gonna do his usual overprotective father sort of spiel. Duan says Esme does need to pay. Yeah, she does. Duan, I'm not saying she doesn't, but Ava's not to talk about paying for her crimes, but she didn't really pay for hers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can't sit there and talk about, oh, well, she needs to pay for the crimes that she did towards this, that, and the third. Well, you shot Connie in cold blood. You switched Morgan's pills. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not. LaShant is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Who's spin in the chair? Johnson says Ava did get away with both. Yes, she did. From a legal standpoint, she did. Now, yes, stuff happened to her, so I understand why people are snitching saying Aspen needs to pay and this, that, and the third. But I'm like, legally, you don't really. Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. Let's not do that. Allison says if Jason finds out Dex, what will Sonny do to Michael? He's not going to do anything to Michael. And he's not really going to do anything to Michael. He'll distance himself. He'll be angry. Dex is the one that's going to have a problem. Tracy, Ava has the right message, but she's the wrong person. Is that's exactly what Smith is saying? Yes. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. And Spencer knows, and yes, and I thank you, Tracy. And Spencer knows that Esme got the memories back. I honestly tried to, Tracy. I couldn't have said that better myself. Could not have said it better myself. Lashanta says Sonny was wrong for pressing Dex. Why? Dex is his higher gun. He tells Dex to do something, you do it. What's the hesitation? Where's all the excuses? He needs to know: Are you gonna say? Are you down with the get down? Are you down with the band, or am I gonna have to find somebody else? Sonny's the boss. Dex is the informant. So Becky says, question is, now that Spencer knows, will he take Ace and disappear with Nicholas? Hmm, interesting. What the Johnson says, do you think Morgan will have the same energy to Ava for? I hope so. I hope so. LaShanta says Dex is going to end up in jail like Sean. Hey, listen, maybe, but that's the life that you lead. That's the life that you live. W says down with the get down, Abba. You about that life, aren't you? I'm just saying, if you sit there and you work for a crime boss, I mean, what do you think you're going to be sitting there doing? Washing windows and chauffeuring people around? Come on. One says Laura would be the right messenger, but Esme has Laura on a tight leash. Okay. And I hope you had a good day, Laura B. Kelly says, well, that's okay. Esme paid for breaking and Nicholas is back. I don't think he will leave because Spencer do have to leave the show. So I don't, yeah, that's a yes. And I totally forgot about that. Nicholas Chavez is leaving. Debbie says, say, do as you, exactly. Do as you told. That's how it is. Like, that's what happens when you're in that mob life. You want to be about that life, have that energy. And I think he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to disappoint Jocelyn. He told Jocelyn, hey, listen, there are certain lines that will not cross. And one of those is killing. But you're working with a crime boss, so like Joanna says Esme has Laura wrapped around her finger. Okay. Um Ron says obviously so Everett and Stephanie are out having dinner at the bakery and Jada appears, then what? Then it should be interesting. Then it should be interesting. LaShanta says Adam's damaged and verbally abused. Josh, leave him alone. Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, boo, I give you credit because you have a big heart, but certain, and granted, I don't think it was a good idea for her to ambush him like that. I feel like that was definitely the wrong move. Because, like, how do you think he was going to react? Kelly says no, Dex was to call Michael and Carly when Sonny crossed a line. What the F happened? Right. Jonathan says, I don't think anybody expects Dex to be Sonny's long term right hand man. Jonathan, you're right. That's the same thing with Sean. That's the same thing with Sean. But Dora, how you been? It's been a hot minute. Dory said, this is why I sometimes think that you think that your brother DC is the respectable one on YouTube. Darby, I totally forgot the fact that you said that he's more respectable than me. Thank you for reminding me. Spiderquake says, Albert, how do you feel about that old school? I love it, Spiderquake. I love it. Spiderquake, I'm here for it. I hope so. Medora says Sunny is wilding out coin. Cyrus wilding out. Cyrus DNA is all over Cyrus. Sunny. King Cyrus won't get Sunny, won't prove his innocence. Sunny will be number. That's very true. But of course, Medora, he's all like, you're exactly right. Because he's all like, oh, well, Diane's going to sit there and take care of this and that. Ron says, I can't wait for Deacon and Sheila to turn up the heat. And man, the ratings will blow. You think you. Oh, Ron, your faith in Deacon and Sheila as far as being a rating booster is unmatched. Tracy says, what do you think of the storyline of Felicia and Carly going to Amsterdam to find out? Um, it was okay, Tracy. I mean, it was wrapped up kind of quick. It felt like it could have been better, but everything seemed like it was very rushed a little bit. Tracy, I wish it wasn't so much about Carly. You know, I wish it wasn't so much about Carly. I mean, yeah, have Lucas being included in that. It's like they made it more about Carly, and Lucas also lost his mom, and that's some issue I just have. I have with I have with that. They made it more about Carly than anything else. Spike Quick says Abba Sunny might be number one suspect, but Dex does his job right. There should be no. Yeah, Spike Quick, and Dexter's track record, right? Spider Quake, Dexter's track record. I didn't sit there and say she didn't, Spider Quake, but I'm just saying that, Lucas deserved his moment as well. It shouldn't have been all about Carly. Okay, it should have been 90% about Carly. We haven't seen Lucas in a hot minute. And I just thought it would have actually been interesting. I just thought it would have been interesting to switch it up a little bit. But I feel like sometimes it's Carly centric. Yeah, Albert, Sonny, our Dex gonna get locked up soon. Oh yeah, and you with Dex, you don't know what the hell can wind up happening. Love your sister. What happened with Ashley confronted Audra? I missed the beginning of YNR. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. That's the thing, Laura B. What I don't understand is Ashley Smith there confronting Audra about what really happened. Like, oh, well, Tucker's gaslighting me. He's Smith there saying, I will get to your question in 1 minute. Uh, but, she's Smith there talking about how gaslighting this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, if you already, it's like you came in already having an idea of what up happening. So why even confront Audra if you already felt like you knew the truth? Yes, Jonathan, I agree. It should have been. I agree, Jonathan. Tracy says, "Is Lucas going to stay on the show? Or is he?" No, I'm imagining he's leaving after the funeral, Tracy, which is fine, you know. But I felt like it should have just, like Jonathan said, at least help with the investigation. But nope, had to had to sit there and do the whole Carly thing. Now, Lashanta says, at this point, why do Ashley care? Hmm. I mean, my whole thing is like, you're not there talking about Tucker's gaslighting you, this, that, and the third. He was a monster, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, if that's the case, why do you keep confronting him for it? You walk up to him and you're basically saying, you're gaslighting me. Okay, what do you want him to sit there and say? I mean, apparently she did have issues at one point with her mental health. So why is she so sure that it's him? It's almost like she wants it to be him because it's just the easier solution than to sit there and think maybe it's me. Yeah, Victor was definitely out of pocket. You're gonna sit there and blame Seth for not doing enough. I'm like, bro, Seth is a sponsor, okay? He like that's somebody you gotta sit there and call. And at that point, whatever happened already happened. But Victor and his every 5 minutes of my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. I feel like if you played a drinking game, you would have got alcohol poisoning. But how many times he actually says baby? Kylie says Ashley had a mental breakdown before. I think she is really thinking it might not happen. She still loves him, and you can see that. That's very true. I could not. I can. I'm going to be honest. I could not be with a woman like Ashley. Like I couldn't do it. I would lose my. I would lose my mind. Tucker's very minute, and exactly, and that's the thing. LaShanta, it could be Tucker, but it could be Ashley also. You know, that's the classic. He said, she said. They said, my baby, my darling, my sweetheart. Can he just call her by her name, Nikki? God is so. My baby, my baby, my baby. Darby says, hey, Albert, stop biting my script. Darby, um, patent pending. Okay. Johnson says Ashley wants Tucker to admit to her version of the story, but Tucker adamantly claims that his version is what actually happened. Yes, that's what I said. It's the classic he said, she said thing. But I guess what's stupid for me is that she keeps coming. She keeps coming to Tucker, the guy that was so scary, the guy that's the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman. Ooh. So why do you keep coming? Why do you keep coming at him? Why do you keep saying that you're trying to track him down for? Darby says, I understand why Ashley's concerned that she is having another breakdown. Yeah. Confronting what you call it is not going to sit there and help. It just makes you look kind of, I don't say dumb, but like, ugh, I really need to spread this out a little bit more. Yeah, I should have mixed that up more. Yes, Lobby. She did today. Jordan did her whole manipulation thing. We can help each other out. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent. But at the end, Claire confronted her and, she got her big win. Johnson says he needed to call the restaurant to see if there's footage of, John, it's funny. I said the same thing, Jonathan. Ron said, so Albert, how is Sheila going to deliver her baby by pushing or a C-section? Um, Probably a C-section, because she's like 60 something, and I don't think that she has the energy or the strength to sit there and push out a baby, nor should she have one. But we're gonna go with your course of action. Mental health is messy and irrational. Sure, sure, I give you that, Lobby. You're right. Paris is just asking needs to know if for herself it really happened again, but she also pissed that it happened with Tucker. You mentioned that footage. I don't remember him actually mentioning footage. Damn, did I miss something? Did he actually mention footage? The one and only effing Kyrie's is in the chat. Kyrie's, you still doing a live stream tonight? Are you still doing a live stream tonight? Oh, and Kyrie's actually said something that would have pissed you off. So maybe it's kind of good that you actually came to the chat late. But I do stand by what I said 10 toes down. So you need to know that. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Good to hear. Ron says, Albert, why is EJ jealous of Eric and Nicole's friendship? Because he feels that Nicole's going to leave him for Eric. Johnson says maybe Tucker version is what happened and Ashley was so hurt by it, she remembers this to be worse. You're right. Well, here's the thing. I compared Thomas being responsible for Emma's death the same way I compared Ava being responsible for Morgan's death. Morgan had a manic episode because she switched his pills. It led him into stealing a car that wasn't his and subsequently wound up getting killed. But that wouldn't have happened if she wouldn't have tampered with his medication. So in that regard, Ava's responsible, or Ava's partly responsible for, well, responsible for his death in a lot of ways. Yes, Ava didn't blow up the car, but all that stuff led him down that dark path of him stealing a car he wouldn't have stole if it wasn't for Ava Smith there tampering with his pills. Kelly says, "Oh man, that Ashley is going to snap when she sees the footage, when she sees the video, and maybe that's what the actress will use to leave again because she says she didn't want to stay long." Ah, Harry says, "Why do you think I would get mad? I'm the one that told you that and compared those two." And, oh no, I just here's the thing, Carrie. No, I know how you are when it comes towards Ava, so that's all. I know how you are when it comes towards Ava. Ava and her brother took Morgan out. He blew up the car, and Ava switched. Exactly. That's why I said that she is, in a lot of ways, responsible for that. Johnson said, and Ron, no, I do agree with that. I do agree that he definitely does deserve it. Of course, Nicole is not somebody that you really want to be with anyway. Johnson says, I think if Paulina gets to a point where her condition gets worse, she ends up in the hospital. That's when Abe may get his memories back. Yes. And Medora says, legally, Thomas is innocent, but chasing her had a part in her wreckage. Thomas said he didn't want her to die if he gets caught. What was he going to do? Her threatening her didn't work. Well, Medora, it's very tough to sit there and say because I feel like in a criminal case, I feel like in a criminal case, well, in a civil case, you can sit there and file for wrongful death, you know. But Harry says, I remember in my live stream, I told emotions in similar situations, but I just read something that Thomas might actually be guilty of. What? I'm going to message you. Thank you. Harry's my guy. That's very true, Lashanta. He knows. But again, I don't know. I feel like he's responsible. You know, it's the same thing if I'm chasing somebody and they run into the street because they're fearing for their life and they get hit by a car. It's like, yeah, I didn't hit them with the car, but out there doing grown folks business, being grown, you know. Oh, okay. I'm gonna screenshot that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna screenshot that. Allison said, "Is that involuntary?" Is yes, yes. I mean, yeah. You don't have to save someone's life, Ron. That's why I always call it the Good Samaritan Act. Harry says, "Read that he is actually guilty. The conviction of misdemeanor hit and run charge is met with the possibility of 6 months in county court and jail. Felony hit and run apparently deals to drivers who leave the accident scene of oh or fail to identify themselves as a person." Ooh, okay. Ooh. Well, that changes things. Is that's what I was like? That changes things. That changes things, Kyrie's. Alice says, I mean, it's a soap opera. So, I mean, that's very true. Just like HIPAA. Listen, I'm never gonna let that whole Shiloh thing go ever. With when Shiloh, when the judge was sitting there pressuring, we gotta set that up, Spider Quake. We gotta set that up. Don't worry, I definitely want to do that. And yes, Allison. Curry says yes. Yeah, he's guilty. The last paragraph. Yeah. Well, I mean, just because he says something doesn't mean it's like you know. I mean, yeah, he says it, and that's great. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, we both agree on that. That's the thing, Ron. We both do tend to agree on that. Becky says, Albert, yeah, they do tend to only follow our logic and physics when it's yes, of course. Becky, this is why I always sit there and say plot over common sense and logic. Plot will always outweigh common sense and logic if they need to get from point A to point B. I said that in the beginning when I first started doing reviews, and I stand by that. W says, I like the scene where Aunt Jordan pointed at Claire and said, I'll get you in those Newmans like the yes. Wicked Wizard of the West, yes. She is not done with them. And apparently the jails you can just get in and out like there's no tomorrow. Johnson says I can see Thomas going to jail and hope continually visiting him, maybe even getting concerned for his safety if she sees him with a black eye. You know, it's funny. I wasn't there tracking that down to like conjugal visits, but yeah, I can see that too. Curry says, I'm going to read that out loud to everyone in my stream. I can't defend Thomas anymore. It's still not murder the way the show and people say it, but yes. Thank you, Kyrie. See, I agree with that. Alistair says, I just love how Soap Kids age like 5 years and 3 months. Yeah. It was like Michael, you know? Michael was a little redheaded kid. Um Cat Lady says Esme is just like Claire. I'm assuming that's a joke, but okay. I think you may have like about 4,000 something people that may disagree with that. Ron says, Albert, I will say it and I will say it again that Brad Bell doesn't like Thomas' character. He will throw him under the bus. Yeah, I mean Claire's bad, but like Well, I don't know. I think some, like I said, when it comes towards the whole what Esme did to Trina, the drinking part, I think that people are kind of blown out of proportion. The putting her in jail, I feel like people isn't that they're looking at that from a racial point of view. So it's just one of those things where it's like there's it's like an extra level of sensitivity. Darby says, I can see Finn getting divorced and stuff after all this is done. Much to show us the light. Yes, very true. Very true, Darby. Well, I will never. Lashanta says, well, I will never turn one Tom. We're talking about B&B Tom, right? Well, never mind. There's no other Thomases. Alice says, I was laughing when Ace and Willow Kid came out. Those infants were big enough for. Yes. You hear that, Ron? That's what you hear that, Darby? That's what Ron is saying. Kelly says, Esme parents kind of well, her father did the same. He made her go after them just like Claire. In that regards, yes. Yes. In that regards I can say. Still going off the idea that Liam had something to do with bringing her back. Bringing him back. Pisses me off. Like, why is this taking so goddamn long? Ron says, Albert, there's a Thomas on days about. Yes, that's very true. But I had to sit there and think about it and realize she was talking about the other Thomas, though. Miss Bumblebee says, have you seen the part where Esme calls Spencer to babysit Ace while her trial is starting? Yeah, Miss Bumblebee, she called him Spence. When she called him by that name, that's when he knew that she got her memories back. I really hate when I get junk mail. That's exactly why I don't bother to sit there and read my emails usually. God damn. Kerry says Finn still needs to shut his stupid mouth. Thomas is guilty for leaving the scene and definitely guilty of criminal threats. However, he's not guilty of murder, unlike Sheila Carter, who Finn hugs after she got away with murder. Um, okay. I have comments about that, but then they better stop pushing Luna or pursuing Luna. Eric's like her for RJ. I ain't gonna. I mean, Lashanta. I think it's like he needs to stop doing it because it could be an HR nightmare. I think that's what that comes down to a little bit more. It's an HR nightmare. Okay, it is like the classic Me Too movement kind of thing going on. A person in a higher position trying to get explicit with an underling, let alone an intern. Who's that comedian that got uh, who's that comedian that he was gonna have he had a stand-up show, he had a show, he did research in front of some women that when I'm getting him canceled. I can't remember his name. I'm gonna have to sit there and look it up online. Luna can sue. Well, yeah, I was gonna sit there and say SH, but yeah, sure. Um, Damn, what is his name? It's like it's coming and it's going, and I can't remember his name. There we go. Thank you, Lord B. Lord B. Yes. Also, I'm so glad that you get the joke about the research thing. No, not Pee Wee. It's Louis C.K. That's yeah. Thank you, Allison. Yes. Yes, Darby. Yes. Yes. I'm so glad that some people actually know what research is, so that way I don't have to actually be all super graphic and say it. But I mean, no offense, that did kind of sit there and that kind of described a lot of other comedians. But that's what I'm saying, Larby. It's like once you're in the know, you know, our code words. Hi, Crystal. Spencer is going to play Asma again, but this time Trina will be in on it. That's an interesting theory. Alice says, Shane, because I liked him before it came out. He was a total perv. I hmm, got some thoughts on that I don't think I should share. Derby says you're the master of all things. I'm just saying, it's nice to actually have a word that we all know that I don't have to sit there and be explicit about. Spike Quick, I got her Insta, so we would definitely set that up. Trust me, I did not forget. No, 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 no. Women like that, you cannot forget. Gorgeous one. LaShanta said Liam really made me mad. Why Hope can't see he was lighting her. Yeah, but you gotta sit there and wonder, right? How wrong was he? Like they do. I know. I see Spider Quake. Curry says, I hope my laptop don't ever pull that shenanigan. Oh, was your? I thought it was the. I thought it was the Wi-Fi. Curry says you can probably say research in a dozen languages. That's, that's kind of true. Not even though I don't want to sit there and say this is Freaky Friday, but that's actually kind of true. Ron says, Albert, what if Sheila, of all people, hear about Thomas being responsible for Emma's death, and she's the one that has Thomas thrown in prison just to get back at Steffi and the Forsters? Well, then that will be a Sheila move, and it'll be interesting. Kyrie says, I thought it was that too. I got up and it was working all. Yeah. Well, I mean, but then I hope it doesn't act out. Firequake says, Sally, no more drama Fridays. I mean, from your point of view, I can see that. I'm not just saying like I'm not a person that doesn't like drama, but like for the sake of this stream, I don't want drama. Now, if I go to somebody else's stream, I guess it'll be the same thing. Hmm. I don't really have an answer. I think I just kind of just. I think I just kind of caught myself just being a goddamn hypocrite. Good job, Spider Quake. Lashanta says as time goes dark, why he and Daddy warp Bucks out of jail. Medora says, do you think Liam brung Xander back because after all these years, why now? Where is it's interesting, Medora, because somebody else said the same thing, and I'm just like, where are people getting this theory from? Harry says you just jinx other streams. I just I thought about that, Kyrie. I literally thought about that. I like the way I said it was like That sounds like you're just being a hypocrite at that point. Oh, soap dirt. Okay. Thank you, LaShanta. I just thought about that. I was like, well, I don't like drama in my own streams. But if it's somebody else's streams, then I can totally see it and be like, wait, you shouldn't want drama in other people's streams because you don't like it in your own streams. Very, very, very teachable moment. You know, I think Spider Quick actually inadvertently taught me a lesson without even trying. I don't think that was part of his plan, but very interesting. There we go. Kyrie says, okay, I say hypocritical comments to Spy Quack all the time. Goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, I know, but it was very interesting, Kyrie, because I was like, wait, I think he has a point. It was like hmm, very, 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 very interesting. But like I said, I want to keep it. I want to keep it fun. Yeah, but I'm like I said, I think Spider Quick actually taught me something without me being like, oh wait, that's actually pretty bad. Lashanta says Vicky got all this going on, but she wants Nate. I don't think she wants Nate anymore. I don't know what they're doing with that. You know, I think they broke up for a stupid reason, and I think Nate's reason now is, oh well, I can't be with you anymore because your father just has too much of a hold on you. I'm like, you know exactly what. Spy Quick says so far it's been cool except for Monday or Tuesdays, which I didn't start. Yeah, but Spy Quick, as long as we could sit there and just put it, you know, behind. Yeah, that's see, Becky, that's cold. That's cold. Like that's why I said, Becky, you see, that's cold. Like 40 degrees is chilly, right? 40 degrees. Kyrie is behind us. So there's no point in us not even dredging it up. It was a Monday and Tuesday thing, and now we're at Friday. So that's not what you mean. 40 degrees isn't cold, or like 10 degrees isn't cold. Eagle Fang. Spencer knows Esme is faking. I wonder if he would tell Trina right away. Is the key. I feel Dex is going to fail badly as his test, which leads to Jason Morgan's return. Oh, he's definitely going to. I think, but Eagle Fan. I think he's going to fail because of what you call it. Um, Nina. Nina is also going to go visit Cyrus. So that's going to stop him from that they're trying to complete his task that he doesn't want to do. Lashanta says he didn't want her to begin with. He was plotted with Audra. Lashanta, I'm glad that you brought that up. Southwest Florida, 75 degrees. Hi, Eagle fan. But see, that's the thing, Lashanta. Nate kept saying, Nate kept saying, well, I didn't do anything bad. I was just trying to look out for you in the company. Bro, you've been plotting with Audra since the day that you got there, bro. Prayer says if she doesn't appear in my stream tonight, I might be in New York next week to start the search party. She'd be shocked to see me. Well, if that happens, I might have to take a day off from work since I go back to work next week. It was definitely an interesting vacation. It was definitely an interesting vacation. I mean, it definitely thrown me off though. You know, because like I mean, granted, if I was doing this full time, I would have to sit there and start waking up at least at like 9 o'clock to kind of get things going. Because me waking up at like 10:30, 11 o'clock was definitely not doing it. Eagle says Audra are more friends with benefits than friends at all. I give up those two being a couple after this week. Misery likes company. Ashley and Tucker will be back together. All that. I'm gonna be honest. If Ashley decides to go back to Tucker, as much as I like Ashley, I'm going to drag her like there's no tomorrow. Perry says I'll be on the Peter Pan bus real quick, yelling at the driver to drive faster. If you would do that, Kyrie, make sure you take a video of that. Make sure you take a video of that, seriously. Darby says all vacations are always too short. Yeah, but I don't know. I think there's certain things that I do kind of miss, you know. In some ways I do kind of miss it. There's things that I'm glad I had a vacation from. There's little things that I do miss. I mean, like I said, ultimately the goal is to sit there and do this full time. So whatever little things that I did miss is not going to outweigh the stuff that I've been doing now. Um, certain things I missed done. Derby says, "Oh, I had to stop at the 5 minutes. Where's Sheila? If he leaves, I'm so sick of Robert hating on Sonny. If he leaves, it'll be somebody's work. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Lashanta. Yeah, it was like here's the thing, Kyle. I didn't even understand why were they discussing like legal business in general. Alice says Diane read his business. Robert had whiplash. And Carrie says, "Where's Jessica's Instagram, Twitter account? I'm mad as hell. She gave me her Instagram. I was too lazy to copy and paste it. 3 days too long." Well, I mean, I know her. I know her Twitter. I know her Twitter account. I mean, Carrie, are you on Twitter, by the way? I don't know her Instagram, but I know her Twitter though. I don't think they actually broke. I don't think they actually broke up, Darby. I don't think they actually broke up. She just walked out. I will. I will. I will. I'll message it to you, Gary's. I'll message it to you. Okay. Yeah. So I'll message it to you tonight. I will message it to you tonight. Where's my damn phone at? Got it after the tape, yo. Hmm. It's just too bad it has to be what you call it, though. Like the same actress that played Tariq Gwen. Alyssa says, I don't think they roll up. broke up, but she was not playing with Sunny. He said, yeah, I don't think they broke up either. Becky says, "Oh no, Albert." She told him when she does have all the extra time. Oh no, I remember that. Becky did, but I don't think that was like breaking up though. I think she just, I think she probably just wanted her space. I don't know, Becky D. I just don't feel like that's a breakup. Oh, 3 inches. Hmm. Well, I should tell you the truth. We haven't had snow, so it is what it is. You know, I used to be really mad and angry whenever used to be a lot of snow. Kelly says, Albert, she said, I won't be. No, I know exactly what she said. I mean, I don't count that as a breakup, but I do. I don't think so. I don't think so, cat lady. I don't think so. I don't see that happening. Well, of course, I listen. Like I said, Diane's a 10. I feel that Diane's a 10. Becky says, I think Diane is done because Robert assumed she would just let him put up Sonny in jail without standing up for him. I still don't understand why the hell are they talking legal business and stuff like that when they're not in the courtroom. That's my whole thing. I'm like, why are you snitching this? I'm like, Diane usually shuts things down when it comes towards business. Hmm. Okay, darling. It's been so long since it snowed. Eva Finn says, why did Nina and Sonny get married again? Ava knows more about Sonny than his own wife is pretty sad low bar for Nina. Well, that's the Maurice Bernard decision, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't sit there and say unfortunate, but Becky says that's why they shouldn't date in the first place. Yeah, because they don't know how to separate business from personal. Kelly says Albert Robert start talking about Sunny because he missed their date. Oh, damn. Well, set me up. I didn't realize that he missed their date. Hmm. But yeah, I just uh, I don't know. Missed the date because it's oh he missed the date because it's sunny. Okay, well he still missed the date, but you know we talked about Days of Our Lives a little bit, but did anyone actually enjoy Days of Our Lives today? Kelly says yes, and she asks why. But did anyone actually enjoy Days of? I'm gonna be honest. I felt like Days of Our Lives was probably I don't know if I can say the worst one, but it was like I mean the only good thing I could sit there and say about the Chad and Alex scene was without Stephanie, they generally get along just fine. Lashonda, what did you think of Days? What did you think of Days? Very, 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 very curious for what you thought of Days. Could have been better. Eric loves Holly. Lashanta, I think, like I said, I think EJ is sitting there thinking like he might have actually made a mistake. He might have actually made a mistake. When him and Nicole was talking about Holly's recreational activities, he was like, "What if he made a mistake?" But my whole thing is like, anything that happens to him, that's on him. I hope I spelled this guy's name right. I'll look it up online. Um, exactly. Too little, too late. I agree. I agree with that. I also felt like it was. I also felt like Days of Our Lives was just too long. Like Days of Our Lives is way too. Like I feel like the best episodes are between 30 and 30 minutes. Like it seemed like it just dragged. Like it was just a pacing problem with today's episode. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that it was just too long. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Curry says I'm going to bring the smoke to EJ for the foreseeable future. I don't blame you, my guy. I really do not blame you. And what's good, Anthony? I just saw Iron Claw. It was awesome. Okay. Hey, that's wrestling, right? I really don't get the algorithm whatsoever. I really don't get it. I do not get it. How is Joanne says Albert's only 40? I think that's not a boomer. Well, it's not, but since Jess said I was a boomer, I just have to sit there and accept that. But that Born and Beautiful was my highest viewed video compared to General Hospital, which is so weird. And it's not just like it's a little bit more. I mean, like it's a lot. Like I just, what I'm saying. I feel like this year, Kyrie, I'm gonna have to try to figure out the algorithm. That is something I'm definitely have to sit there and try to figure out. I do not get it at all. Thank you, Lobby. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. It really does actually help. Got 27 people in the chat. If you don't move your, it's just noise the hell out of me. Oh, okay. So 24 likes. Thank you. Yes, Becky D. So yeah, we got 27 people. We got 24 likes. So we are getting new people all the time. So definitely do that. So weird. Thank you, Becky G. Thank you for saying that. Alice says I can't find the like button. Sorry. Oh, I could tell she's joking at this point. Becky says also heard they are counting emojis too. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Every day is something new with YouTube, I swear. Gemini, how you doing tonight? Lashanta says Alice got another side. Yeah. Harry says, I guess you. Yep. Mm-hmm. I definitely will, Kari's. And, Kari's I actually have been feeling B&B lately, so just so weird. But yeah, that is definitely going to be happening. Becky says, Albert says, as long as they keep adjusting things, they will keep people from playing the system too bad. Yeah, yeah, I'm all for that, Becky D. Joanne says, so Albert, what would you say was your favorite soap of the year out of all four? Well, last year I would still go with Days of Our Lives. I will go with Days of Our Lives, Duan. Days of Our Lives, and then General Hospital. Also, didn't say General Hospital would be second. Hopefully, this year is going to change. Terry says, I'm going to be committed to daily live streaming Mondays through Friday, off on weekends with occasional individual reviews. What? Okay, I want to read this again. Kyrie says, I'm going to be committed to daily live streams Monday through Fridays, off on weekends mode with occasional individual reviews. Wow. I'm gonna be there for that then. Okay, that's what's up. See, that makes me happy. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, it's all good, Allison. And you can cook also. So beautiful and you can cook. Um, I'm with that. Not that I can't cook, but to be honest with you, I thought GH would be the last for you. I still like GH. I do. I like the characters and everything like that. I don't think the stories was hitting as much as it should, last year I do on. Like when it picked up good. But it was like very far and in between compared to days. Lashanta says Steffi told Finn she got enough on her plate. He's gonna keep on with the end game. He said he didn't want to cause problems. Yes, he did. And she is going to well, he's gonna find out about that kiss. Aaron says, Albert, yes, Albert, we do know. I'm just saying, Ariana Alice can cook. I'm with it. Lashanta says, why not drop it the first time? Because when it comes down to it, family could be a blind spot. Family could be a blind spot. So I understand why he's not dropping it. Carrie says, unless something drastically changes, I get swept off my feet by a billionaire, then I'm too busy. I'm just playing one good thing about having to work 9 to 6 moving forward. Nice. Nice. And what's good, Ariana? Rickety says, I love Jace because they have Sonny and Diane and Carly and Nina. Those are my favorite characters who have been around. Hope they keep the better storylines and keep things moving. Same, Becky D. They're starting off strong this year. They had some good stuff last year. Okay, they had some good stuff last year, and I'm with that. So All right, you have a good night, Kyrie's. Kyrie's is going to be doing his live stream soon, which is in, okay, 13 something minutes. Yeah, Allison, he's not actually going to sleep, I don't think. He's going to be doing his live stream, which Eagle Fan says link. Well, Eagle Fan, you could just type up Kyrie's. Just type in Kyrie's on YouTube and you can find his channel. Joanne says, I'm going to say it again. Are those kisses really a big deal, Steffi? Yeah, it's a big deal, Duan, because she should have told him. Yeah, Allison, just look up, just like I said, just type in Kyrie's Clark. You type in Kyrie's, well, make sure you type in Kyrie's Clark, and it'll come up. Kyrie's Clark is the after dark hours, okay? Kyrie's Clark is the after dark hours of my live stream, okay? He's like Cinemax after hours. We'll sit there and say that. He's like Cinemax after hours. Steffi is being too naive. Well, exactly, Eagle Fan. Like I said, blind, family can blind you. Juan says why he would have just acted upset. I don't get it. I mean, my thing is, Steffi got kissed twice. This happened months ago, and she didn't say anything. Alice says, I'm coming for the drama. Okay. Eagle Fan says, who else live streams? Maybe besides me and Kyrie's? Well, Kyrie said he's going to be doing it Monday through Friday, but if you're asking other people that do live streams, soap opera wise, James, JLJ Media, he does his live streams on Sundays. Yes, if you ask anyone else, JLJ Media. So if you type in JLJ Media, his channel comes up, and he does his live streams on the Bold and Beautiful, um, Young and Restless, and General Hospital. So that's usually every Sunday. He has his three reviews. Alice says, I'm kidding, but I heard there's been drama on Kyrie's stream before. She ain't kidding, but that's very true, Allison. I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of drama in my live streams last year. I don't think that here's the thing, Allison. It's not so much drama. It's just he's more. I don't want to sit there and say things are more Wild West, but it's like I said, he's a little more. I guess I'm more. How can I sit there and describe it? Like I said, it's more like the after dark version. Ariana said just a little drama. Yeah, yeah. He's more outspoken. Let's put it that way. Gemini says Albert's stream is dinner and Kyrie's stream is the after party. Okay. Joanna says she has a child with Liam. She needs to keep the peace, to not to men acting like fools. Well, I mean, yeah, but she's kind of a part of that, you know. She's kind of a part of that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's more looser than I am. Like there are certain things that I'm just like I wouldn't sit there and say that he would. So or certain things that he will allow that I won't. So that's something that I know. That's something That's something that the one says what happened to no means no. Yeah, I mean I agree with that. But it's interesting. Like Kyrie's runs history one way, JOJ Media he runs his stream another way. You know, so damn, I was. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like what you call it. Drew. I don't know. I don't find Drew as bad as everyone else does. Hmm. But like I said, we all have our ways of doing our live streams, and I find that very interesting and unique. I was thinking about that today. Okay, Spider Quake. Hmm, but yeah, I was thinking about that today. Hmm. Joanne says when Jason comes back, Drew will probably be gone within 6 months. Gemini says, "Albert, your live streams are refreshing, especially after long." Thank you, Gemini. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want these things to be fun and chill, no drama, just everyone just having a good time. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here, Gemini. You know, last year was a learning experience. I'll sit there and say last year was a learning experience, but you know, I've I have a lot of enthusiasm. I have a lot of enthusiasm for this year. So, Lashanta said, "EJ trying to send Holly away." Yeah, to a really good clinic. It almost looked like Holly was going to open her eyes. That's what it almost looked like. I'm very curious about this story with Lucas. I remember when I first started doing reviews on Days of Our Lives. Oh, the amount of heat that I got from people was absolutely effing insane. See, now I can sit there and take it and just laugh. I mean, granted, I was like, whatever, but now I can just sit there and take it and laugh. The first thing Thomas does is dump Hope. Yeah, Darby, I don't think she's gonna get off so easily. I don't think that she's gonna just get off with just, oh, I don't want to be with you. Because it's like the worst thing that can wind up happening is that she loses access to his joystick. LaShanta says Luke is gonna be DOA. I doubt that. That character has been on way too long. Johnson says you saw how Sonny flattened down Nina's. Yeah, but he's not done with. He's not done with her. He's not done with her. I mean, plenty of other women have disappointed him in the past, and eventually he forgave them. And honestly, to tell you the truth, what she did, on one hand, wasn't the worst thing. On the other hand, it kind of was, because it made Sonny look weak. But the whole thing with Carly, Drew went to jail. Sonny don't care about Drew. Sonny don't care about Drew. Jakaris. Jakaris does things. What's good? I've been good. How have you been? Jakaris, you got okay. I'll have to. You got to sit there and send me a link to that channel. Because are you starting to you are you doing more things? Are you doing different videos on that channel, Jakaris? That's that news. Oh wow. Oof. Jesus Christ. Alice has said Dex, and what about Mr. Corinto? Sonny? Exactly. Yeah, but I'm saying like what you call it didn't care. Sonny didn't care. Okay. Well, you know, Jakaris, when you do, I'm looking forward to it. So, but yeah, 99, right? I think he was 99. Have a good night, Lashanta. Yeah, I think Bill Hayes was 99. Yeah. Oh, he was 98. Okay. Thank you, Jakaris. He was 98. I knew it was like somewhere 99 or yeah. I don't know. Part of me did always. Part of me kind of felt that coming at some point. You know, because I knew after the actor that played Victor passed. I knew it was most likely he was going to be passing at some point. And if we're going to be honest, I did kind of see it a little bit in his scenes. You know, so Duane says I find Drew and Nina like what? I don't get it. Oh yeah, of course. I gotta sit there and see what you cooking now. I gotta see what you cooking. I gotta see what kind of food you actually be preparing. I think he should be on right now. I'm literally pressing buttons and like nothing's happening. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Lobby. I mean, it's a long life, you know. Alyssa says, "I live in an Italian hood. You think I'm making?" Well, Allison, my favorite food is spaghetti. So Just saying, just throwing it out there. My favorite food is spaghetti. Wink, wink. Johnson says the report about Bill passengers came in about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jakari just came in and just told me. Yeah, it is. Joanne says now Marie's saying Laura spiced her up and Drew and Carly spiced that character up. But yeah, true love, yeah. Yes, they were I can't see them being together like that. It just seems more like, you know, friends. Very true, Jonathan, because they do always like shoot really far in advance. Allison said Jason will have Carly kicking Drew to the curb so quick. That's true. That's true, Allison. That is very true. I mean, like I said, I never really got that dynamic. And the whole thing is like Carly had exactly what she wanted. You know, she had Sunny and love and power and everything like that, and yet she also had her best friend, who she also loved. Allison says maybe Drew will actually have time to spend with his. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Allison, I think he may actually remember that he has a daughter. I think that's what's going to wind up happening. He'd be like, "Oh wait, I actually have a daughter." I'm sorry, how old is she now? What, 7? I don't know. It's exactly Becky D, but is she wrong though? Like I said, I think she's going to remember. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Hate. I'm gonna stop. I hate Drew. Oh, trust me, sweetheart, you are not the only person. Nelson says, I'm sure we'll see more of the Horton family on days making their return. Yeah, maybe we may get Allison back, especially Bo and Hope. If we can only get Bo. I think we might be able to get Bo. I think we might be able to get Bo. Um, we can only hope that we can get Bo. We'll definitely probably get Hope, but Bo, I don't know. I don't know. But listen, as fun as this has actually been, I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream right here. But I do want to thank you all for joining, hanging out with me on this Friday night. I really do appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Um, have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. If you are members, I will sit there and see y'all tomorrow. If you're not a member, click in the description box, in the pinned comment above, and become a member. We have a lot of fun. Ask any person here. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Duan. Johnson says, Sammy probably won't come back because she's part of the Brady family, but probably won't come back, but will most likely, but she part of the Brady family, but will most likely come back. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you, Laura B. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, gorgeous Allison. Thank you, Duan. Have a good night, Ariana. Camo says, so my house is dirty, cancel for good. Camo, from what I understand, both of them are in jail. Both of them are in jail. I didn't know that Dirty was in jail. I knew Red was in jail. So I'm gonna look into it though. Camo. Johnson says join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with our Bossy. Thank you, my friend. Johnson says Will as Will Horton. Yeah, I can see him coming back. Thank you, Queen Becky D. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit there and well, Becky D, I'm cool. I'm cool staying in. I'm cool with having a snow day, staying in, just chilling. So, but yeah, Camo, I'm gonna look into it tonight. I heard Dirty's in jail, so I don't know who's running that site that people are still paying for. Yes, Jonathan, make sure you do hit the like button on the way out because it really does help. It gets new people into the channel. Um, this year's going to be great. This channel's going to be great, and I'm still grateful for having every single person a part of this journey. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jonathan. And Jonathan, you're a member, so I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a night, Becky D. Have a night, Tracy Steves. Have a night, Blackmon. Kyrie's is doing his live stream, so definitely check him out. Kyrie's Clark, you just type that in. Kim said that's why I asked I could keep that money. Yeah, of course. I mean, I know that their videos is funny and stuff like that, and I'm never gonna sit there and try to knock people for their hustle and stuff. So I'm like, if no one's not there making these videos, then people are not there paying for a channel that no one's uploading. Um, Also, Camel, I also heard that it's very difficult to unsubscribe to their site. So if you find it easy, please tell me because people said that they had to sit there and switch credit cards. Like it was that hard to sit there and unsubscribe that they had to sit there and switch like credit or debit cards. So if I do another video and you watch, let me know how that works. Anyway, stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next live stream. And become a member because it's really a lot of fun. Ask any person with a glowing star or highlighted name and highlighted name. All right, laters.